Mike Henry with Follower of One. Today's passage is from Romans 12. I think I'll read from 13 through 15 to get us started. For whoever will call on the name of the Lord will be saved. How will they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how will they believe in him whom they have not heard? And how will they hear without a preacher? And how will they preach unless they are sent? Just as it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news of good things. However, they did not all heed the good news. For Isaiah says, Lord, who has believed our report? So faith comes from hearing, and hearing by the word of Christ. That's Romans 10, 13 through 17. Are you a preacher? In this passage, I'm reading from the New American Standard, especially in verses 14 and 15. How will they call on him whom they have not believed? That would be Jesus. And how will they believe in him whom they have not heard? And that would be hearing about him or hearing from him. We talk about the fifth action item and the third action item in the daily actions for Follower of One are, the third one is know what you believe, and the fifth one is speak for yourself. And why we know what we believe is because many people are not going to go to church. No one's going to go hear a sermon that doesn't love God or trust God or isn't called by him. People do still go to church who don't trust God, and I don't want to say that no one's going to do that. But many of people in our time now believe they know everything they need to know about Jesus. The only preacher they ever hear is someone who lives according to his law and his will and his guidance. When we follow Jesus, we live according to what he says. Our life stops making sense. And in that moment that someone gets the idea that they would ask us, why are you doing this? We become a preacher, using the language from this verse. When someone says, why are you staying late to help me? Or thank you very much. Why are you always giving people gifts? Or why do you do these things? That's your opportunity to tell people about your relationship with Christ in such a way that your relationship with Christ becomes reasonable and normal in their eyes. You're a normal person who has a relationship with Christ, and that relationship with Christ affects your life. And therefore, your explanation becomes valuable information to the people that you work with. And sometimes we let that slide. We don't think about what we believe much so that we can explain it reasonably to others. And I believe one of the places where we let the world down is we don't share a good explanation of why we follow Jesus. As you are preparing and thinking about your walk with Christ today, as you're praying for the people that you work with, ask God to give you the words and the opportunity to use them. The words need to be clear and comfortable and precise. You need to be able to answer the question, why do you follow Jesus? There's a you version of that answer. It's not my version of that answer. I'm not talking about the online Bible. But your answer is your answer, and my answer is my answer. In Matthew 5:16, he says, let your light shine in such a way that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who's in heaven. This is your good works. This is your explanation. You have been given the opportunity to say it. So say it. Practice it today. Get a friend and practice answering it. If you have another Christian coworker friend, go to lunch and say, hey, how do you answer when someone says, why are you doing this? And if they don't know, then share your answer. Or if they have a great answer, learn it from them. Today's action item, and always our action, is to be prepared. Be ready to give a defense from 1 Peter 3:15. Be ready to explain why you're doing this. That's our action item for today. Thank you for being a member of Follower of One, or thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you for considering the idea that Jesus has you exactly where you are today so that you're available to glorify him. Let's go do that. And check out our community.followerofone.org to connect with other believers who are on this journey as well. Thanks very much.